Hey guys. All right, so I am going to do a series of videos, and this is the first one going through the card that you have in your tin. So I hope that in your tin you can get started without these videos, but maybe for those who are just starting out and they really don't know what to do, I hope these videos will help you get started and growing in the right direction. All right, so the first one is Cultivate, and I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. When I first started growing the very first year, just to see what all this was about, I literally tilled up an area in our flower field and threw some seeds in the ground. I think it was a 50-foot zinnia row, and they did okay. They didn't do great, but they did grow because the ground there had some nutrients and stuff in it. But the field that we grow in, or I was started in, was used as a garden at first by my great-grandparents, and then after that my granddad got it, and he had bottle calves growing up when I was a kid, and he would plant wheat in the field, throw the calves out there, and then sell them, and then it was like a vicious cycle: plant wheat, throw them out there, all of that. And so it was just a monoculture farming in this one area, and so the soil honestly is a little bit depleted. We are working on putting cover crops on and growing our soil there. But right now, anything that I am growing in, I am heavily amending the soil or cultivating the soil. And so that's what I want you guys to do. If you have a flower bed that you were planting in, make sure that you're adding amendments to the soil. And my recipe for amendments, for example, like if you're planting a garden in a raised bed and you don't have soil in it yet, I want you to use 1/3 compost, 1/3 like garden soil or topsoil, and then 1/3 carpenter sand. That creates a sandy loam that really helps the plants not sit in water, because the sand lets the water drain easily, and it gives it the right balance to be a healthy soil. But if you're just growing in, like this area is just an area where I put a hoop house up for shade. I laid down some cardboard to keep the Bermuda grass and weeds down as much as possible, and that will deteriorate over time, and the worms and good bacteria and things will start coming up through the soil. And on top of that, I put 1/3 compost, 1/3 green carpenter sand, and 1/3 topsoil. I buy my compost through the city of Wichita Falls in bulk, but if you can buy compost in bags if you're planting smaller areas, obviously, and it's an investment at first, but I promise you it'll pay off. Because then after you establish your growing area, then like next year or even in the fall, whenever you get your fall seeds growing, then all you have to do is top dress that with like a new layer of compost to bring more life back to your soil. So cultivate it first. Start with the right soil. Again, the recipe is 1/3 compost, 1/3 topsoil or potting soil, and then 1/3 carpenter sand that you can get at hardware stores and Lowe's and Home Depots and all of that. And then if you want to add things in, I always add Epsom salt. The magnesium sulfate helps that vigorous growth of plants, and so I always add that. And then there are fertilizers, organic fertilizers that you can put into your soil. So just follow the labels on your favorite ones. If it's me, I would stay away from like the Miracle-Gro potting soils. You don't have to buy the more expensive organic, but just know that what you put into your soil is what's going to be in your plants and in your food. So just be mindful of that. I think that's all. Again, this is just video 1, and if you have any questions or if you need further help, please reach out to me. I will, talk to you on the phone, answer emails as best as I can. And so I really want to get you guys growing in the right direction and get you guys growing some beautiful flowers. So message me if you need help. All right, next video coming soon.